And we're off.
Hey,
How much time do we have?
1,000 minutes.
Okay, we're good.
2.21 hours.
Okay.
We should do one once. That's just, we just go. You know,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until we get sleepy,
Until
boring,
we just
tired.
go.
I was thinking about that. I was like, this wrestling podcast that I listen to is one, ridiculous.
Always on.
Always on.
Always on.
Because it's so, dude, it taps into such a specific point in my life that it's always entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't even like the two guys that are on it all
No.
the time. The information is so wonderful
Yeah.
and great and interesting and fascinating.
I think sometimes, like, even
I'm
when
going
we're...
to lose
Okay, go.
what I was going to say.
Go.
I already don't remember what I was going to say.
It taps into a specific point of
Yeah,
of
but
time
why did we even start this conversation?
about going 2.5 hours.
Oh, yeah. So that podcast is always like 2.5. It's not weird for it to be like 2.5, 3, 4 hours. And I just listen to it when I'm doing something else. And it's great. And I think Joe Rogan's podcast is like 3 hours all the time because they just get stoned and talk.
Yeah.
But they talk about much smarter things than we do.
One of my clients was recently on his podcast.
Word?
Yeah.
Maybe if we can get to, I know people who've been on this podcast. So our new podcast business should just be matching up people who have been on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah. Oh,
and we
that's-
say,
yeah.
you have been trained for a 3-hour conversation. At least. Now you do that.
Let's hang. Yeah.
do that for us.
Let's hang for 3 hours.
Yeah. So I was thinking about what would that sound like with us?
Would you guys like a 3-hour podcast?
Would we like doing it?
I don't know. I feel like we would like run out of things, or we would talk until we got into an argument.
For sure. But then I would want to record the argument.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting and it would be fun to hear the exact moment where I went wrong.
Or where I went wrong. You're not always wrong.
What's the
Well,
ratio?
yeah.
What's the ratio?
Never mind.
of
You're
times?
always wrong.
Thank you.
You guys, welcome to our podcast. Welcome to our podcast. Are you good? Are you there?
Man, I'm hearing stuff. I think we're haunted.
We might be.
I think we talked some shit and somebody put a ghost under our door.
Maybe. The building got in trouble. There was a letter that I couldn't quite read all the way through. I should have taken pictures of it.
I was thinking about that today.
Yeah.
But we did not.
But now all of a sudden
It's so interesting, dude.
it was 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and she was power washing
At least they got washed.
the floors outside.
I'm like, why are you doing it?
Yeah.
Don't
Because
you have like a...
who the fuck knows?
She's going to listen and she's going to come in.
Yeah, well, listen.
She's gonna spit
Listen
in
to
your
this.
mouth while
You
you're
suck as a
sleeping.
manager, building manager.
Oh, shit, Zoe.
Hey.
This is how you get in trouble on a podcast.
I
Is you
don't-
run your
I
mouth
don't
off.
even care.
Next thing you know, you're in a UFC fight for charity.
I'll do it. Is Joe Rogan fucking
I think he contractually has to be at every one.
every single one?
Yeah.
That's funny.
He's like the quintessential. I feel like there's just a bunch of different Joe Rogans.
Yeah. Maybe. That would be pretty interesting.
Like it's a stadium filled with just variations of Joe
him.
Rogan.
of him.
Right?
I
That
like
must
it.
be cool for him to go there and be like, everyone in this arena listens to my podcast.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Isn't that
huh?
crazy?
Yeah.
Do you think it's crazy? You see how I broke the fourth wall and I connected?
I see.
Welcome to our podcast. Welcome to our podcast. It's great for you to be here, Zoe. I'm having such a great time talking to you. I've had a lovely morning so far. I'm trying to wake up. I'm trying to be productive, trying to come up with good new ideas. I just released a special called You Got Toes
You
for
got
free
toes.
on
The YouTubes.
on YouTube, which is not a good stand-up credit. You can say I got introduced the other night and I think it was Kyle Reel was like, you're gonna love this next guy. He just had a stand-up special come out on YouTube, and the second part of that makes it not as good because everyone in the audience is like, I could do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
And if you have an email address, you could just do that tomorrow.
You too could have a YouTube special.
Why not just like this next guy just came out with a stand-up special, and I watched it, and I thought it was very funny. Here's Mike.
What if Kyle loves you so much and didn't find it funny?
Oh, I would want him to be honest. Dude, if you're a creative person, you're a very emotional person.
True.
So it's very, very soul-crushing to hear that you're not good when you think you are, especially when you're in your first couple years of whatever. But if people you trust could tell you why what you're doing isn't that good, you would get so much better, so much faster.
Yeah.
And then, like, say you started when you were 19, by the time you're 30, and let's just pretend that you're always on a trajectory where you're trying to get better, you would just be amazing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, then you run into, like, do I believe everything bad that people say?
It truly is
Which you also can
soul-crushing
do.
when
But
you
if you
think
had, like,
you've
a
done
mentor-
a great job.
Yeah, for sure.
Or even when you think you haven't done a great job and you're staring or listening back or looking at your work and because I know for me, there's been times where I'm like, I fucking hate this. And, a client's like, no, it's great. And I'm like, no, I could have definitely done better. And I'm so sad. I beat myself up about my work a lot.
But what if you had somebody who you really trusted, like a mentor, to tell that you trust for sure, and like has no animosity whatsoever? Whatsoever? What is happening today?
I don't know. Mike can't talk, guys.
Anywho, that could tell you when things are good and when things are bad.
Yeah,
unfiltered. You would be so fucking good at whatever you were doing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's fun to think about.
Yep. That is fun to think about.
We just came up with a program. It's called mentorship. We just invented it just now.
Mentorship.
Here's how it works. One is older and more experienced in the field where you are in.
Yeah.
And then you want to be more experienced in that field, so you're matched up with this person. We'll call it a mentor. That person is unabashedly honest.
Is what?
Halfway through that word, I was like, I don't know what this whole real word is. Unabashedly. Unapologetically honest.
Yeah.
With you as a person, good or bad.
With you.
You would be so much better.
Yeah.
The end.
I'd say so. The end.
Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
This podcast is powered by a thing called patreon.com. Virtual Tippy Awards website. I'm sure you've heard a lot about Patreon recently. We are supported by this awesome group of people. These people get access to certain specific things. One of which is full video episodes of this podcast. Also, get to hang out in the Discord, which is this cool app where people who like the same thing talk to each other all the time.
And that's been a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah, we take questions from the Discord as well as wherever you can find us.
Yeah.
Anywhere at Welcome Pod
Yeah.
on Twitter, for example. But these people kind of have a direct line, and we go back and forth when we have time. It's real fun. It's a fun group of people. And if you are a Patreon and you don't have access to the Discord right now, hit us up on the messages. On the messages, sound so old.
On the messages.
Sound like my dad. Hit us up on the messages, and we'll send you a link, Discord link.
Yep.
So you can get in on it. Squiddly-doo.
I actually have a message on our Patreon, or a question on our Patreon from someone, and we can get into that.
Well, we asked for relationship questions last week or over the past couple of weeks, or I don't really remember when we did it. But somebody sent us one, and Zoya read it. So whenever Zoya wants to join the goddamn show
I'm here.
What are you doing, Zoya?
I was checking to see that there were no questions on the Instagram.
But you
Okay.
have... Oh, okay. My bad. You
can
were
read
so
this.
into it. I was like, dude, you
But
could
I
be
was like, you were
texting a family
talking.
member.
You were
You
talking,
could be booking
so
an
I didn't want
appointment.
to. No, I didn't want to like interrupt.
But if I start to fade, which happens all the time, you gotta be there to catch me, baby.
I got
girl.
you, baby.
You gotta
I
be
got you.
firemen's with a parachute. Because I'm
Where-
always falling out of a building.
Yeah.
When I'm talking, I'm jumping out of a burning building, and just hoping. What is
I
happening?
feel
to
like I stepped through a spider web right now. Okay, my hair is like sticking to my face right now.
You're sitting down.
I know. I don't know where it is. It's bothering me.
It's you have a
My
bunch
new
of
toupee
Leo
is
hairs
bothering me.
touching your face. What is going on?
I don't know. I'm a mess.
We're both a mess.
Okay. So we have a relationship question from Christine Leonard.
Okay.
Okay. And she says, so I was with my first boyfriend for about 3 years, but broke it off about a year ago because of various reasons. There's one thing he told me that still runs through my head a lot. Picture it. A guy friend of mine asked if I wanted to get lunch at school. We'd known each other since undergrad, and we were both in the grad programs on the same campus. So I wanted to go and talk science-y shit with him.
Hell yeah. I bet he wanted that exact same thing. I'm going to ask this girl to lunch in college.
I was with my boyfriend when the guy texted me the invite. I told my boyfriend about it and asked if he was comfortable with me going. I thought that since I was open about it, my boyfriend would be fine with it and trust me, especially because I'd never given him a reason to worry about me cheating on him. Not my thing.
What if he was like, instead of just saying fine, he was like, fucking go. Go.
That's passive aggressive.
It's like, my boyfriend said I could go, but what he really said was, fucking go. Go.
But to my surprise, he said he didn't want me to go.
Hell yeah.
We got into a mild argument about it, and what he tells me then is what I keep having issues with. He said that the only reason why a guy would want to talk and have lunch with me is because he wants sex.
Is she's undergrad, she said?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's known him since undergrad, and now they're both in grad programs.
Oh, they're both in grad. Okay. Still, though.
Okay.
Early 20s. Presumably.
I know guys can be like that, but it was incredibly hurtful to think that half of the population automatically wouldn't care about what I had to say unless they thought they could sleep with me. Is this true?
That doesn't mean it doesn't mean the same thing.
Are guys really like that? I don't want to believe that they are, but I question men's motives a lot more nowadays. Any advice? I'm currently single and ready to mingle, but this has been bothering me for a while. Thanks and great job on the toast special.
Thank you so much, man. And thank you for the question, because it is very interesting. And like I've always done, I can only speak from my own experience.
Okay.
When I was this age to that age, and that's me with my personality, the whole person I am, which is different than somebody else's personality.
All right.
9 times out of 10, I would probably, if I was single and I asked a girl to lunch, I, at the very least, I think most of the time, there were periods in my life where I was cool being totally by myself and I didn't give a fuck, whatever.
Same.
But if I ask a girl by herself to lunch, I probably want to at least see if I could date her, you know?
But knowing that this girl has
A boyfriend?
Yeah.
No, I would never do that.
okay. So this is where
The guy knows. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead and finish.
The guy that she's seeing asked her out knowing that she has a boyfriend.
I'm assuming so.
Also, she knows that guy better. Here's the main thing.
Okay.
She said that she sells seashell. No, that she's known that guy since
undergrad.
Uh-huh. So she knows better than any of us if that dude was trying to get it. Mm-hmm. As long as she's got no blind years on.
Yeah.
right? Mm-hmm. Or extenuating circumstances. Like, what if I did go to lunch with this guy that I've known and liked since grad school? What are your motives?
So, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, no.
But
I hear
so
you.
she knows whether or not she ever got like he would come on to me vibes
Right.
from this guy. Mm-hmm. Maybe the vibes that she gets from this guy are like, yeah, he's the type of dude who would go out and fucking talk science shit and fucking nerd out about science shit.
Right.
Like I go out with people to nerd out about jokes or anything like that. So she would know better than anyone. She would know way better. And here's where you gotta like little give and take in that relation. She would know way better the vibe she got from that guy than her boyfriend would.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Especially because you had been dating that guy for about 3 years now, right? Clearly, if you've known this guy since undergrad, he knows that you've been dating someone for a while now, right?
I mean, how often do they talk?
I'm sure they talk often if they're in the same programs, especially if they're in the same programs.
In my mind, I was picturing someone she like hadn't seen in a few years, but that might be totally wrong.
Yeah, I mean, but this is like the age of Instagram and Facebook and all the stuff.
So
and
you see
I'm sure,
pictures with the two
yeah,
people
like
in them.
yeah. So, I mean, it doesn't stop people from sending me weird dick pics on Instagram all the time, which is stop doing that, people,
Oh,
please.
find you?
Yeah. Oh, it's so alarming. And it's always like someone that, I don't know, that doesn't live in the States. Anyway.
There's a huge group of dudes at a certain age, or there's just always a huge group of dudes that's going to be creepy. I don't know.
Anyway.
It's just a weird thing that dudes do.
Yeah. So here's the thing, too. Reading that question, like I can understand where she's coming from as far as, you know, is that the only thing that guys really think about?
Mm-hmm.
And if those are most guys' motives. I think that if you're a single woman going out on dates, sure. A lot of people are thinking about like, oh, are we going to slap skins? You know? But yeah, like, but I'm sure that this guy, I'm going to give this guy, the friend from undergrad, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he was not looking for what your boyfriend said. And I think that your boyfriend at the time was maybe a little jelly, you know?
Both of those things could be correct.
Yeah.
But it's like, we also don't know any of these people.
Right. You're absolutely, you're absolutely right.
So we don't,
but I mean, clearly he may have been a little bit jealous if they are no longer together.
Oh, they are no longer together.
No. And Christine, she's single, you guys.
So if she starts dating a dude from undergrad, then we were right the whole time.
I don't know that that's a thing. I mean, if that was the thing, I feel like she would maybe be dating that undergrad dude.
Which would be
I wish
fine.
I had names right now, you know.
Yeah, right?
If
No more pronouns.
Ex-boyfriend.
Names only.
Yeah.
So also, it's important to keep in mind that if you don't want somebody with any jealous traits, then you get out of there anyway.
You know,
hold on. But
you have had lunch with a bunch of people.
Never in our relationship have I had lunch with a bunch of
God.
people. Now I'll go to my grave.
You've gone out with females to lunch, and if you actually spit that out,
I spit it everywhere, like on the, on the computer. Sorry.
I have a funny story after this, but I've never been jealous that you were going out to have lunch with, whether it be another comedian, someone that's, you know, maybe a potential like somebody that's doing stuff for you, whether you're hiring them for logos or whatever it is, you know, like I've never been someone that was jealous for that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think if maybe if you were going out with maybe an ex-girlfriend, but even then you're like best friends with one of your ex-girlfriends. I don't know. I don't think that every guy is that, and I don't want to believe that. That's what they are. You know, I'm sure at some point, one point or another, you know, dudes are, you know, they're dudes.
Every guy's not that, but it also
But there are so many women that are like that.
Normal and regular to. I'm trying to recall back to a time where, like, my early 20s, when I was living in Stamford or
even when you were living in Milford, yeah,
especially, I would go out and try to see, because I wanted to be with someone so badly at a certain point in my life, where maybe you go through a breakup and then you like yourself in a relationship. You just like having a relationship. So everyone you go out with, it doesn't mean you're a goddamn scumbag, but everyone you go out with, you try to like see them in that position.
Could I? Yeah.
Could I date this person?
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that you're a fucking like scumbag, want to bang it out.
Right. That's the thing is that, you know, we all date. There's so many people that date around to see what if they're going to fucking be with that person.
Yeah.
You know, that's what dating is. And most of the time, a lot of people nowadays aren't saving themselves for marriage, if you know what I'm saying.
What the... Also, there were plenty of times during that time, sorry, Dad, where I was going out just to see if I could have sex with someone.
Of course.
And that doesn't mean that...
I never did that.
That also doesn't mean that's bad. The fucked up thing about people in the world is that no one knows exactly what everyone's motives are. You know?
Yeah.
And that throws so many monkey wrenches into every fucking thing that happens. Every problem happens in the world because no one is incredibly sure what other people's motives are. But once you match someone with the same motives, which you do by going out or having these stupid little interactions online and finding out little bits and pieces about who people really are and seeing if you match up with that, that's the work part of it.
Yeah.
Is to dig through all the dumb shit and find someone that you match up with on like a motive level. I want these things. You want these things.
Right.
Whether it's to F
Yeah.
or to F forever in holy matrimony.
Yeah, man.
Or anything in between.
That's what my advice to you, Christine, is get that dumbass out of your head, okay? Because clearly you're not together anymore. Don't let him be like that little voice in the back of your head that's like, ooh, every dude is going to do this. Go out, have fun, make out with everyone, and pick one.
It's important that you make out with everyone.
Make face, dude.
Pick one.
Make face. That's what, you know, I don't know how else to say it. Go out and have fun, and don't let somebody give you a complex about going out and dating. And is every guy like that? Most people are like that, male and female.
The sooner you start thinking everyone's like, I mean, dude, everything bad comes from fucking assuming that everyone is like one way.
Right.
You know?
You never know. You really, really never know. Just open yourself up. Don't go into a date or a relationship thinking that, you know, that's the only thing that they want. Mm-hmm. You know? Somebody's
they'll also just go and listen.
Yeah. They'll
like,
show you their true colors sooner
dude,
than later.
Just fucking know what you want.
Yeah.
And then go into a situation watching.
Yeah.
And then look when you watch. Mm-hmm. Put that in a bumper sticker. Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Did we do that?
Did we do what?
Is that good, you think?
I think so. I mean,
go when you watch.
We could go line by line.
No.
If you'd like me to.
I don't have anything else to say about this, do you?
Yeah, no. I think that you need to be a little bit more open and not let your ex be that little voice in the back of your head. That's
Yeah,
what I
man.
think. Christine,
Not everyone's like your ex. Some people are like your next.
see? Your ex is your ex for a reason.
Any more slogans?
Got exes?
Have exes? I'd like
What else?
for you to join me in a new segment
Okay.
called Shout Out to Current Events. Zoya, hit
Shout
the
out.
music.
Current events.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Zoya,
Yes.
here are some jokes I wrote in an SNL style,
Okay.
old monologue, late night set about current events.
Current events. Current events.
Okay, 2 to intro songs. Trump went to the UFC and got booed again. That dude goes out to mad events, huh?
Boo.
What's the ratio of boos to people who will actually go out and vote?
Boo.
What are you booing voting?
I'm not. I'm booing the people that don't go vote.
Holy shit. Okay. Shout out to Patti LaBelle,
Hey.
who is making a movie about all the people in her life that have dissed her.
Boo.
The movie is either going to be called She Sounds Over It or rebooting the word diss.
Diss. Boo.
Popeye's chicken sandwich is back after being sold out for many months.
Holy shit.
America is so horny for chicken. If America were a Muppet, it would be Gonzo.
Horny for chicken sounds very bad. Boo.
I would, if I opened up a fast food restaurant, I bet your ass it would be called Horny for Chicken.
Okay.
It's a vegan place. Kanye sells shirts that say "Trust God" for $70 at his Sunday services. Trust me, Kanye's going to hell. I don't mean that. I don't think Kanye's going to hell. I don't know what he is actually doing, but I don't think he'll go to hell.
I had someone come to the house last week.
Because God forgives everyone who wants to be forgiven.
I had a house call come to the house, men's haircut, and he went to Kanye's thing that he did for free here in LA, and
It was free?
I think so. Yeah,
That's fun. That
yeah.
would explain the t-shirts.
Yeah,
People got to get paid to put up those lights.
yeah.
Hopefully that's where the money for the t-shirts is going.
I had a couple other clients that went, and they said it was extremely weird.
Yeah.
Some people said that because I guess there was like a video that he played first, and he and his family sat and watched, and that was great. And then he performed, and they said the best thing about the performance was the choir.
That's good though.
Yeah,
That choir's got to get paid somehow.
I guess so. But Sunday services are a huge thing right now.
No, that
I
is
would
the
love
coolest.
to kind of go and just to see it.
That's the thing. It's like people will definitely go to check it out and
Yeah.
to see Kanye because he prolific rapper and big fan of especially his early work.
Always his early work, it was
Pumped It
amazing.
Always.
Yeah.
What was the one? Was it Graduation? Because there was College Dropout was the first one, and then Graduation was the one with like the trippy art with the bear. I played that constantly.
Yeah.
Constantly.
It-
Also,
his
the dude
first-
who came over, and I'll interrupt you right there. Okay? I'll interrupt you. No, what were you
Go
gonna
ahead.
say?
I was gonna say his first two albums. Like what? His first two albums were great.
Yeah.
And the guy that was coming over, go ahead.
Said another fun part of the Sunday services thing was seeing him interact with his kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that was a very genuine
Yeah.
and nice little moment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that Kanye is not a good parent. I think he's a little cuckoo in the loco for sure.
But who isn't?
Right. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Everyone has families. Mm-hmm. What was between everyone has families and what was the other one? Look when you're watching. I say we got a lot of good ideas in this podcast.
Yeah.
A lot of marketable hashtag ideas.
Hashtag ideas.
Those are all my jokes.
I really like those. But
oh fuck, man. Do we want to do questions from the Discord?
yeah.
Calls from the Discord. Calls. Putang.
Potang.
Hi everyone. Our Discord of course, Horse of course, is a Patreon benefit. You get this secret code and you get to be in this secret Discord. And we talk to you and you talk to us and you talk to each other. That's most of it. Share art with each other. Hang out with each other.
Share pictures of your pizza together.
What? Oh, you could share pictures of pets or pizzas in a room. And that's it. And if you don't like that, you get out. Mm-hmm. But also, we take calls from the Discord. And here's some questions.
Calls from the Discord.
That was too many calls. Buke Lordine.
It's Luke. That
Luke
works
Borden.
at the soda parlor.
Oh, dope. Hi, Luke. He says, what is the oldest young person? What? What is the oldest young person and the oldest young person? Please make sure I'm not.
What
having an
is
episode
the
right
oldest
now.
young person and the oldest young person you think kill with one punch? You think you
What is
could
that
kill with
supposed
one?
to say?
Okay. What is the oldest young person
I
and the
think it's
youngest
supposed
old
to say-
person you think you could kill in one punch? Is that what it is? That's what I'm assuming it says.
It doesn't
Should
make
we ask?
any sense
Should we ask him and come back to
unless
that
it
question?
says, what is the oldest and the youngest person you think you could kill in one punch?
I'm gonna ask him. Do you want to reword that for us? Reread your question.
You might get kicked out for this
I'm.
because this is causing me great physical pain in my head. You know who's next?
I'm gonna
Matthew
ask
Palka.
Matthew J. Palka.
He says, what's a recent thing you've heard people say this week? Dude, I'm working on a video right now. I'm trying to do the next installment of things people say this week, but I'm changing the Mike in the Morning set a little bit. So that's what's delaying it a little bit. So he replies to Luke and just goes, hey, what? But I'm working on a new real things people say this week. But one of the things I heard outside of Whole Foods where people eat outside, they eat their lunches, there were 3 girls sitting at a table and one of them just goes to the other one, Rebecca, that's gross. And I eat food off the ground.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Dude,
That's pretty good.
just so many people are so afraid of not having friends.
Oh yeah,
But-
that's so true.
If you walk around by yourself, I walk around. Here's my new thing, Zoe. Here's my new podcast idea. It's called
Walk around all around town.
What Happens When You Pause the Podcast.
Okay.
So I'll walk around listening to these podcasts or like this chill music on Spotify, not a sponsor. And then I'll pause it when I'm around a lot of people. And as soon as I hit pause, gold come out.
Yeah, gold come out.
It's the best. It's the best. If I'm surrounded by people or there's other people like waiting with me at a stoplight or whatever, I will pause whatever. And I'll be like, feed me, world.
Yeah.
Feed me some gold come out.
Yeah.
And so I want to have a podcast that's called Pause the Podcast or something like that. And it would be like a collective real things we heard people say this week.
That's really funny. Real thing I heard someone
so people
say.
send them in and then I
You guys, the salon is pure gold. for
bet.
things people you things. Well, okay, you guys,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. Okay.
Oh.
So this woman, now mind you, I can't see this person.
I've never seen you put on chapstick to say something.
Okay, here we go.
Dude.
Burt's Bees, not a sponsor. My favorite.
Uh-huh.
I can't see this person. I am working on one of my male clients who's very lovely. And we had a moment, like a silence fell. Nothing to talk about. I'm working. Sometimes it gets quiet when I'm working. And sometimes my clients don't want to talk while they're getting their haircut, which is great for both parties. Sometimes I really love talking to some of my clients. But anyway, so silence falls.
My favorite.
Music
Paul Simon song.
isn't crazy loud in the salon. The person that's directly behind my station, sitting there with their hairdresser, and the woman's like, "Yeah, finally, my divorce is finally over. Thank God." And I'm like, "Okay," and I'm like, because I can hear everything in the salon. And she's like, "Yeah," she's like, "I got on those apps, She was like, and the best thing about being a cougar is that 30-year-olds want to date me and I'm 60. She's like, because they don't want kids and they don't want, and she's starting to go like, she's going in.
She's going ham.
Yeah. And she's like, and 30-year-olds love to sleep with older women. She's like, and she's like going in full detail.
She's not wrong.
And then finally, like, I look into the mirror and my client's like, "Do you fucking hear this?" And I was like, "Matt, I hear this, man."
Yeah.
Dude.
She's going to the salon to get looked good
Yeah.
so she could bang
For her 30-year-old.
people half her age.
Yeah. Get it, girl.
And people are always like, ugh, these men with these younger girls. Ugh.
No, dude,
Gross.
these women with these younger dudes. Work it, mama.
Everyone's getting dicks now.
Yeah, hey, why not?
Heard about it?
It was funny. Our friend and your friend Keith came in to the salon the other day.
Who's Sarah Kaya comes in?
And we were talking. He was like, I'm, being single and whatever. And I was like, "Have you been going out on dates? Blah 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 blah
There's
blah.
this one
Whatever."
60-year-old chick who can't get enough.
And he said something, and I was like, "Dude, you need a sugar mama." And he was like, "I would love that." I'm like, "You do?"
Yeah.
I'm like, he was like, "Where do you find one?" I'm like, "There's apps for that, man. To be a male sugar baby? Why
Yeah.
not? Why not?"
Keith would be a great one of those.
Oh, for sure.
Some old lady fucking flossing with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going in and out of some old lady's fucking teeth.
Yeah, why
with
not?
Keith.
Why not?
Chief Keith.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? Did Luke get back to us?
Oh, that's so fucking funny. That was just the first question.
Hey, Luke, what?
Hey, Luke. Huh? What are you doing? Thank you, Matt Palka, for that experience. Jesse said, "So what did Lee do?" And he said, "Then that's a big just kidding. Shame on you, Jesse. Shame on you, Jesse, for shooting your shot." And then
Sergeant Sparty.
Sergeant Sparty. That's how you say that. Good for you, Zoe.
Thanks. I fucked it up the first time.
Oh, well, I'll fuck it up every time after this if you
Okay.
want. Do you put peanut butter on your pancakes and waffles, or are you bad at breakfast? Peanut butter on your waffles
Maybe
are
not.
already made with so much butter. You got to add a whole new nut butter to that situation.
I don't know, man. I
I've
don't
done
knock it. I probably wouldn't put it on my pancakes because syrup, but I would probably do it on my
It's so weird
on my waffles
that's such a
and maybe some bananas.
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 We could all agree that either plain Jane or just butter or syrup. These are the most everyday toppings to waffles and pancakes.
Yeah, but there's so many other.
Sure.
Okay.
I think we can all agree,
Like
Zoe.
mad, guys.
I'm furious. Flaming flames.
Shooting out of his ears.
I think
or
we can all
gnomes?
agree that butter or syrup,
Okay. Or
speak
a
now or
mixture
forever
of
hold your
both.
peace,
Yes.
are the daily, that's the norm as far as pancake and waffle toppings.
Okay, so I have something gross to say.
Sure. Do it before I make my point.
Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt. Rude.
Welcome back to Welcome to Our Divorce. The booing part is over. You can't boo anymore. It's so weird that you would be so judgy when you're the one doing the thing so far out of the norm. That's it.
I don't know. I think that trying new things is important.
Do you put peanut butter on your pancakes and waffles, or are you bad at breakfast?
I don't think it's that judgy, first of all.
Sergeant Judgy.
It'd be weird if he was like, do you put strawberry jelly on your shit? Then I'd be like, I don't know.
You know what I put on my
about that.
pancakes? Pancakes. Stack them up.
And syrup.
Waffles as a topping. How about that?
I used to date a guy that used to put syrup in his coffee.
I'm furious.
That's disgusting.
I'm jealous and furious.
That's disgusting.
Is that what you want?
No.
Dude, no one gets more jealous than my dad. There's no one in the world. You can mention someone my mom dated 10,000 years ago, BC.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, whoa. And now I'm bringing him over
Yeah.
here.
I love your mom's reply to him, though, all the time. It's always very, like, to the point, and she, like, nips it right in the butt.
My mom uses no extra words.
No, your mom's the best.
My mom didn't talk to me until I was 17. She was around the whole time.
That's not true.
I'm just kidding. Oh, we're having fun.
We are having fun.
I got your next fake ad
Okay.
right here from Jesse Stillwell shooting his shot.
Shooting it.
Are
we doing the fake ad now, or are we saving it for later?
I don't know.
Save it.
We also have to do the names
Yeah, that's fine.
at the end of the podcast.
Has it really been 42 minutes already?
Feels like it.
It does not feel like that.
Feels like it to me.
Okay,
42 goddamn years
that's
of
just
this.
for...
Our anniversary's coming up. Did you even remember?
Not if
you
you
even
keep acting
December
like
that?
this. Get divorced for your
Describe your best food truck experience,
Oh, wow.
please.
I can tell you my worst.
So can I. You go first.
We had just recently moved here, and we were walking along Ventura. Is this the same one? Do we have the same one?
No, but I know exactly what you're going to say.
And Mike, we were walking by the CVS, and there was a mac and cheese truck. And I was like, ooh, I could do mac and cheese. It was the worst mac and cheese I've ever experienced. It tastes like burnt kernels, curds of caca. I don't even know.
Which is this week's sponsor.
Caca.
It was gross.
Yeah.
And I did have to
Shit your
inside of my pants.
I remember
Almost as soon as I swallowed the last bite.
Mike was like, we gotta go.
I was walking home different.
Mike was
I was walking in a different way than I do.
Mike had a 2-step, quick step
Yeah.
in his step
Yeah.
on the way home.
I was doing, you know what Deion Sanders used to do into the end zone? I was doing that for about a mile and a half. I was prime timing it to the toilet.
Oh, so good.
My worst experience in a food truck is being deprived Chicago style pizza because you won't let me get it because the food truck looks incredibly sketchy.
You can have it whenever you want. I am not going to partake.
You know what
Don't
you
act like I am not that like I'm the one that to blame here.
You know what you
Although the Brooklyn Pizza Wagon, they also have a deep dish.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
I didn't know that. Because it's Brooklyn
Do you
style.
have eyes?
You're being
Do you have two eyeballs?
you're being very offensive right now.
Okay.
You're being
whatever.
condescending.
Yeah.
right
Well.
now.
What's my fake ad read?
See these? These demand respect.
Oh my God! Please.
Do you see these? Nuts.
Oh wow.
Jess N. Wright
Hey.
says, do either of you think you could draw a rhinoceros from memory?
No.
Yes.
No, I cannot.
Hold down the fort, Zoe.
I cannot. You guys, we've got Patreons, and I'm going to read our $10 group because they're fucking lovely. And we thank you so much for always sponsoring and being with us and supporting us. And we love you all very much. So, and that goes kind of like this. Emily Farah, Troy R., Kyle Cullen, Meg von der Linden, Benjamin Fuchs, Milky Beans, Matthew J. Palka, Kyle Schlack, Felicia Shimberry, Sean Welch, Ed Birch, Luke Bowden, Scott Harrington, Barrington Lovett, Lloyd Lovett, Lisa Sakura, Chris Robinson, Michael Cavagile is Italian, Logan Snyder, William Bosson, Rob DeVeux, Siobhan, Thomas, I'm like Tim, Holt, Silent E. Brandon Urban, Smooth Operator, Kate Froke. Jess Enright wishes her name was cooler so Zoya could fuck it up.
She'll find a way.
Yeah. Gabriella Silko, Lou Drake, Devram Kissoon, Jesse Stillwell, Katie Lee G, Lillian Carrillo, Tatiana Clay, Magnus Silva, Hale State, Wandering G Bear. What?
This looks like Alf a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where was I? Keith Erickson, Monique Quistorf, Chelsea Thomas, Danielle Di Verona, Just Josh, John Robinson, Peter Clark, Dara McGrath, Valerie York, Lauren Dodry, Helen Ford. Excuse me. I've had too much coffee today and not enough water.
Pardon me, I have to take Zoe to the hospital.
Gary Parsons, Justine Johnson, Robert Johnson, Nestor DeLeon III.
It's nice to have the
Bailey,
whole Johnson family.
Yeah, Bailey and Garrett Kirkendall,
Hell yeah, what a powerful last name.
Bryden Clough-Smith, Katie A., Katie Taylor, Daniel Helu, Sergeant Sparty, and Superfloss. You guys, that's our $10 group. You guys all fucking rock, and we're super, again, super thankful.
Thank you very much for your support. Come say hi in the Patreon. If you don't already have the Patreon or the Discord, I guess. Mm-hmm. Enjoy them full video episodes that come out, courtesy of Drell McHale. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have a Discord code, hit me up in the messages of the Patreon, and I'll get you that shit personally.
You guys, and Sebastian O is our $100 sponsor.
Thank you, Sebastian.
We sponsored his new line of ankle guards called Mike's Ankle Guards.
Okay, well, that wasn't actually a real product. And
just in the small print reads, only works for men named Mike Falzone, Mike's Ankle Guards.
Okay.
TM. You'll
That's
only work. Will only
it's
work
not
when
a
playing
real-
basketball against 14-year-olds. No younger, no older. This product is not a time machine and will not save you from being crossed up in the
Okay.
past.
I'm telling you right now,
Using
that's
Mike's ankle
actually not
guards
a
may
real-
cause loss of confidence, the feeling of impending doom, loose stool,
No.
and bouts of constipation.
I don't have bouts of constipation. I
If
don't
you
have loose
experience
stool.
any of these symptoms, complain to your lovely wife named Zoya and get over it.
Not everyone has a wife named Zoya, so I think right there we could see the fault lines.
So Sebastian also wants to promote Mike's new special available on YouTube now called You Got Toes. It was
This is the
filmed.
same guy who did the ankle guards from the makers of the ankle guards.
Yep.
He paid $50 to our podcast.
$100.
$100 to our podcast to advertise my special
Yeah.
on my podcast.
He said it was a riot and he had trouble not laughing his ass off while at work.
He had a terrible time
10 out
trying
of
to find
10
a laughing.
would recommend watching while you're at work. You know what's funny is that
Thank
I
you so
watched this.
much.
So we had fires last week, and that fucking rhino is awesome.
Thank you, dude. That's the big reveal for the end of the video. episode.
So I was stuck in traffic for 2 hours. I was late 3 times this week for work, and or last week for work. And I decided that I was going to listen to your special, even though I was there, and you could hear my cackle in it several times. Thank you, Kevin Platchy, for catching that magical moment. I was like, oh, that's me. Ooh.
You have a great laugh.
Thank you. And I called Mike shortly after to A, complain about being stuck in traffic, and B, that his special, I watched it or listened to it, and it still holds up. So
I appreciate it.
you guys go check him
It was
out.
really fun. We had the maximum amount of fun that night.
We really did.
Sebastian hit me up on the Patreon and looked through all the different stores, Dynamic Banter or the Welcome to Our Podcast .clothing, and tell me what you want.
Yeah.
And I'll get it for you.
Yeah.
Limit 1 per customer.
Hold on, I got one more for you.
Thank you so much. What's the one more?
We got another sponsor. If this
Well, in the
We'll
meantime, thank you so much
pull up.
to everyone who watched the special and shared it. That's real nice. I got sent videos of there were 2 girls in a car, and one of them was showing the other one the special, and they were both giggling.
Yeah.
And then going back and watching. That's another thing, is like people are going back and watching clips from earlier times, and that's also real fun.
Yeah.
Like the Portland show, and a lot of people have been sending me the Christian's Got Something to Say
That's awesome.
clips,
yeah.
like them watching it.
Also, Lee Rayel is a $50 sponsor. You guys,
Hi, Lee.
his album is dropping on the 30th.
Yeah, man.
And I will keep I'm
That's
going to
a
put
Starcoma player.
I'm going to put the link in the bio for the Starcoma is a post-rock instrumental music project by Lee Rayel.
I still don't know what post-rock means, but I do know it was fun to listen to while I was drawing stuff the other day.
His song combines head-nodding guitar riffs, sweeping emotional melodies, and song titles that probably kind of mean something. Starcoma has released 2 albums already called Venture and Outbound, and his 3rd album, C, you guys, C is coming out on the 30th, which is also his fiance's birthday.
Shit.
What?
Shit. Happy
can-
birthday, fiance.
Fiance birthdays. You can find his music at starcoma.bandcamp.com, where you can download it for free or pay however much you think it's worth. You can also find him on Facebook by searching the Starcoma Project. That's StarComaProject.
Awesome, man. Check it out. You
You
guys
guys-
support each other. You guys all have something in common. You like this show.
Yeah.
So chances are some of you will like this music. Go hit it up.
Go hit it up.
What,
That
listen
is
to
a
it while you're in a
fucking
bubble bath.
awesome rhino. I wouldn't even know where to begin. I can't draw either.
So I'm going to hold up a picture of a regular rhinoceros
Rhinoceros.
and see how it holds up to this rhinoceros. How do you spell rhinoceros? Isn't there an H in here somewhere?
RHINO.
Or the H is right up top.
Mm-hmm.
RHINO. Oceros. Just sound out oceros. That's pretty easy as far as sounding out goes. So here we are.
Here we are. Well,
I think I fucked up one thing.
I'd say it was the snout, but
Yeah.
because it does look like Elf.
Elf? Will
Elf.
Ferrell?
Elf. I said elf. Okay. Do we see that? Should we put your hand behind it? You know.
Yep.
Okay.
You're going to need a little bit of this
All
on your
right.
cheeks if you're ever going to get laid.
And then I'm going to show it on this one. Oh, can we see this? Can we see it? Yeah, I think we can see it.
Okay. So video exclusive, that's what a goddamn rhinoceros really looks like. I would try to explain it for the audio people, but I honestly don't know. So my rhinoceros was more or less perfect and definitely way happier than this rhinoceros, but it was missing one horn. So they have two horns on their on their head, on their giant.
This looks like
head.
Donkey Kong rhinoceros.
A rhinoceros actually looks like a dick with horns. It's like if an elephant had sex with a dick and then got horns.
There you go. You guys, thank you so much for listening.
I hope no rhinoceros listen to this show.
You guys, thank you so much for listening. We love you. Thank you so much for everything, and we'll catch you guys next Monday.
Sebastian, tell me what you want from the goddamn store.
Bye.
Even if it's Whole Foods, I'll get you something.
Bye.